to my channel. So today, if you hadn't already guessed by the title, I'm going to be doing a video on periods and tampons. Lillettes are running a campaign called Tampon Truths to drop the social stigma and just discuss more about periods, about tampons, and yeah, let's just talk about something. It's 2015, let's break the rules. And let's make this a norm. It should be normal. When Lillettes told me about this campaign, I actually really liked the idea of it because not so long ago, I remember seeing a picture on Instagram that a woman took. She was fully clothed, she was curled up on a bed, and what she'd taken a picture of was her period had leaked through her jogging bottoms, whatever she was wearing on the bottom, and onto her bed. And it was actually in the news because Instagram decided to remove this picture. They banned it because they thought it was inappropriate or offensive in some way. They blocked it, they banned it because they deemed it offensive or obscene or just didn't conform to Instagram's rules and regulations. And the whole point that this was in the news was because the woman wrote back saying, well, you know, you can't just remove my picture, it's totally natural, I'm not breaking any rules, I'm not naked, not that there's anything wrong with being naked, but obviously there are rules on certain sites for ages and stuff. So she said, you know, I'm not breaking Instagram's rules, I'm not being violent, aggressive, I'm not being naked, I'm not being too overly sexual. Why should people find it offensive? Why? So for Lillette's campaign, they are using the hashtag Tampon Truths to encourage women, people everywhere, everyone, to get on the hashtag and talk about periods, talk about tampons, talk about, you know, that time of the month. Now, the reason I love this campaign so much is because actually in 2012, I tried to do the same thing years ago where I started my own hashtag and tried to get people to talk about their periods. When you sneeze and your tampon shoots out, use the hashtag Tampon Truths and let's get sharing. I wanted to tell you a story I experienced when I was in year 8, so I was about 12, and I wanted to use tampons, but I didn't back then. I was a bit afraid to put anything in my vagina. It would be the first thing I put in my vagina. I was scared, would it hurt? You know, what's going to happen? And my friend said to me, you put the tampon in your vagina and the tampon expands, it swells up. And I was like, what the hell? I didn't know it did that. What? And my friend was like, yeah, it gets wet and then it expands inside you. And I'm like, well, oh my God, how do you pull it out if it expands inside you? And my friend was like, you can, it doesn't expand that much, it's just to fit your body. So what she did was she got out a tampon and said, look, I'm going to show you. I remember so vividly. We were really embarrassed. So she was trying to help me and inform me and educate me and show me. But even she was embarrassed and I was embarrassed. I've not used one before. I was learning. And so what my friend did was she put a plug in the sink in the school toilet and she turned on the tap, so she pressed it and the water was shooting out. And she unwrapped a tampon and she was so embarrassed. She couldn't do it in like a educational way. You know, she was so embarrassed that we kind of stood away from the sink and she unwrapped it and just threw it into the sink, and we were like screaming. I don't know why, it was so melodramatic, but you know, it was such a big deal at the time. I found it so embarrassing. I was like, oh my God, you're touching a tampon, like I can't believe it. I thought I would do a little experiment to show some of you guys at home what actually happens when you put a tampon inside your body. So here I have the Lillette Smart Fit tampon on the right and a separate unnamed brand on the left. And what I'm going to do is, they're both regular tampons. I'm going to drop them both into an equal amount of fluid at the same time and watch how they both expand. Wow, so the difference here is quite shocking. As you can see, the Lillette's tampon has just expanded widthways, but the unnamed brand has expanded more lengthways, and the Lillette's tampon has expanded all the way round as well in a nice even round shape. Right, so now I'm actually just holding them up for a bit of comparison. So again, this is the Lillette's and this is a different brand. You can see the difference in how much the unnamed brand has stretched. Look at the difference in length there. And also, it's interesting how Lillette's has kept its shape. The unnamed brand is just sort of, what is that? Looks like a tea bag. Don't you think it looks like a blue tea bag? Yes. In my opinion, the Lillette's looks way more comfortable than this. Right, so I'm just going to do the dip test one more time to make it fair. Ready, go. So once again, we did the dip test twice to make it fair, and the results were the same. The Lillet on the right expanded in width, and the unnamed brand on the left simply expanded in length. So as you can see, Lillet's the UK's leading smart fit brand because they expand widthways for comfort and to prevent leaking, as opposed to the other brand which just sort of gets longer and, you know, isn't really going to help with leaking. So if you do get leaking, maybe you should experiment with some smart fit technology tampons, and also have a change in, you know, what size tampon you're putting in to do with your flow, because leaking should be a thing of the past. So guys, I hope you liked my experiment, and I hope to see you all sharing your tampon stories. Feel free to click on the link below, and you can head over to the website and get yourself a free sample. So that's it from me, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video and you liked me being honest and talking about stuff that not everybody talks about. Okay, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you learned some stuff. I certainly learned some stuff. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye!